Extraordinary diplomatic moves by Chinese President Xi Jinping. A phone call Friday with Xi and President-elect Donald Trump.
I have a very good relationship with President Xi. We have been communicating with each other.
The phone call seen as a rare public signal of Xi's willingness to work with Trump, an unusual move by China's leadership. Adding to the diplomatic gesture, Xi, for the first time, sending Vice President Han Zheng to Washington for Monday's inauguration. Han, the highest-ranking Chinese official ever to attend a U.S. presidential swearing-in. Trump's return to the White House is a trending topic on Chinese social media. People are calling the latest SpaceX Starship explosion a fireworks celebration for Trump from his friend Elon Musk. China's admiration for Trump.
Wait, you read that and you thought that was pro-Trump? They're making fun of us, man. They're pooping on us, dude. They're making fun of us. They're saying, like, look at these losers. They're laughing at our incompetence. Dude, I swear to God, I feel like American entitlement, American exceptionalist attitude is so baked in to the collective consciousness that they just genuinely have no way of comprehending when someone that we have in perpetuity for perceived as like weaker, lesser than, is making fun of us and is dominant in any space whatsoever.
On social media, he's nicknamed Nation-building Trump, a reference to how his divisive policies and personality, along with his focus on China, propped up Beijing's global standing. Also, comments like these: the Dragon King is coming back. The official photo of American Empire's King Trump. Don't worry, TikTok is the home base for Trump. He won't ban it.
I don't know what's sadder. They're dunking on us. Like going to a forum and finding people, like finding comments dunking on America and then turning around and portraying it as though these are like serious points of admiration. I don't know what's sadder, the fact that they like don't get it or why they don't get it. I don't understand. Like they're saying Trump is great because he makes, you know, he accelerates America's demise, which then allows all of these other countries to come to China for help. That's the argument that they're presenting. That's the way they see it. And it's like me also sometimes jokingly saying like Trump, Reis. It's like how I talk about Erdogan, like fake positive. I think the fact that they don't get it is sad, but why they don't understand it, I think is even sadder. Because these are journalists who are supposed to be like, at least in some respects, invested in understanding why certain narratives persist. So they're the first people that are supposed to be like, oh no, they're making fun of us because like American decline is good for China. All Xi Jinping needs to do is just kick back and enjoy the ride.
These Chinese kids are even learning to dance to YMCA. The Village People are on Trump's inauguration performance list. Trump's popularity in China is a cultural phenomenon. His likeness has appeared on Lunar New Year items, from a Year of the Dog statue to a Year of the Pig shirt. Now, Trump is being called, jokingly, the king who knows everything, a nod to this popular new MAGA hat.
Chinese people look at him and contrast him with their lifeless leaders, and they say, he's the guy we like.
On Chinese social media, comparisons are emerging between Trump and
Oh my God, oh my God. We're so cooked. No, this is really funny. It's giving, look, it's getting warmer outside. That's not a bad thing. I'll be able to enjoy the warmer climate. Pompeii certainly is not going to erupt. A little bit of the ground shaking doesn't mean anything bad. Look, we can enjoy the hot springs while they last. Like, what is happening? It's just like, they're making fun of us. The volcano is Vesuvius. Sorry! Shut up.
There is even a Trump fandom in China. The Chinese call Trump Chandaye. The meaning is a great Trump grandfather.
This is not Trump's first cultural impact in China. During his first presidency, he became the only foreign leader in modern history to dine in the Forbidden City. The move, orchestrated by Beijing, appealed to Trump's love for spectacle, a brief honeymoon phase in U.S.-China relations, later derailed by trade wars and the pandemic.
It all can go downhill very quickly, as we saw the first time around. But despite all of this rhetoric and the tough-on-China cabinet led by Marco Rubio that Trump is assembling, people in China do genuinely really respect him, almost love him. They like the fact that he's rich. They like the fact that
Bro, this is CNN. Dude, I can't believe I would ever say this, but like resistance liberalism at least was like accidentally arriving sometimes at like decent coverage. And now that we don't even have like 2016 era hashtag resistance liberalism, they're just straight up covering, they're just glazing Trump. Oh, this is unbelievably bad. Not only is it unbelievably bad because like no one, there's going to be just no dissent whatsoever. And it means that all of the liberals that annoy you, that at least initially hated Trump, are going to start liking Trump because he's the great China warrior. But also, simultaneously, not only is he the great China warrior, but also China respects him for his might. Why? Because I watched a CNN report saying that. That's incredible.
That he has socially conservative views. A lot of people in China share those views. So it's really interesting to go on the Chinese internet and just see all of this praise for Trump, even with people knowing that it could be a very bumpy 4 years ahead.
Yeah, it is. It is really fascinating, but incredible how overwhelming. I mean, down to learning the YMCA.
His socially conservative views. Yeah, you mean hating the Chinese? Chinese people love how much Donald Trump hates the Chinese. It's their favorite thing. They love that Trump kept saying China flu and like led to an increased number of like anti-Asian hate crimes in the initial months of COVID because he just kept saying Asians are responsible, Chinese are responsible for it. Chinese people love that. They were like, that's so sick. We also think that. We did COVID. Chinese people hate woke. Shit is so funny. Why they glazing Trump like he ain't hating China? CNN is glazing Trump by misunderstanding what the Chinese sentiment over Trump is. And they're doing that because Trump is anti-China. It is pretty funny though. Chinese people hate woke is so funny because it's like the anti-DEI Chinese guy that I invented the other day. Since 1759, we've got them goddamn DEI for the Manchu. They had 8 Manchu speakers back then. Now we got thousands of them. Why? DEI. I'm sick and tired of them goddamn Tibetan coming over here, taking my position for the Han Chinese. That's why I love Donald Trump. He don't do no DEI. Get the Manchu out of here. Ain't nobody needs to learn Manchu. As a real communist legacy Chinese of Han descent, I hate these goddamn affirmative action DEI measures for the Uyghur Muslims. That's why I love Donald Trump. He's the Dragon King.
All right, Will Ripley, thank you very much. And Fareed Zakaria is out front with me now. Fareed, you talk about learning the YMCA. It's just a small thing that actually means a lot and says a lot. And then you've got this phone call between Trump and Xi, and you've got the Chinese vice president heading to Trump's inauguration, which is an unprecedented event to send someone of that level. What do you make of this moment?
Well, what is truly fascinating about it is Trump is a unique figure in American politics in that he can change his mind about almost anything, and his base doesn't care. He's able to do it. The political gymnastics that Donald Trump can achieve are breathtaking. Just think about it. This is the guy who originally banned TikTok. The original TikTok ban was put in place by Donald Trump in an executive order. And then the court ruled that he had overreached. You can't do it you have to do it by law. And now he's trying to use an executive order to undo a congressional law that has been passed 9-0 by the Supreme Court. So he's changed on China. And, the Democrats run scared on China. They're worried that they'll be seen as soft and dove. Trump can do anything. He's able to, kind of suddenly turn himself into a panda lover and boast about it, and it doesn't matter. And I'm sure the Chinese people...
I'm sorry, what? A panda lover? Is that normal? Maybe, I don't know. Is that like a common saying? Because that sounds racist as Am I wild? I mean, I guess like we've been using the G word since like the Philippines. You know what I mean? So it's cool that at least liberals are now coming up with a new slur. And when I say the G word, I don't mean gusano, okay? I mean the actual OG G word, okay? We have called every different kind of Asian person that same slur throughout all of our Pacific incursions, from the Philippines to Japan to Korea to the Chinese, and also, of course, Vietnam. So I'm saying that now it's time for a new way to slur. Now it's time for a new way to slur the Asians for our wonderful Americans, it seems. But anyway, my joking point was about not the etymology of the G word, the anti-Asian slur, but instead an assessment of where we're at in American society in the year 2025. When you got the likes of Fareed Zakaria finding new ways to like say some racist shit about Chinese people, well, that's not a good sign, you know? It's not a good sign about our upcoming foreign policy adventurism. Seems like we're just like doing, even on the wokest side of the news, we got people doing weird takes.
We might see the most extraordinary thing in this Trump second term, which is despite an administration of hawks, Donald Trump ends up being the dove.
It is amazing. I mean, certainly you heard, Marco Rubio be clear where he stands, right?
Yeah, my goats, Elon Musk and Donald Trump, finally normalizing relations with China. Normalizing relations with China further. My kings. Oh my God. We're doing the same We're doing the same thing Rachel Maddow tried to do last time, man. Anything that the Trump administration does that's like even remotely positive in terms of foreign policy, the liberals are just going to actively be against. Yeah, no, one day you guys will actually win the reactionary side. You'll one day be the warmongering party, I promise. Why is a high official from China attending his inauguration? Deals? Yeah, dude, because the Chinese love him. No, because they understand that Donald Trump's going to be, Donald Trump's talking about doing tariffs and stuff. I'm sure that they want to play ball. They want to, make sure that this is, they want to do diplomacy. They're not animals like we are. Also, Trump is super malleable. A little bit of a soft touch goes an incredibly long way for him. Like he understands that the military-industrial complex is powerful, important. These are important, valuable donors, right? But also, when he likes someone, he really likes them. And it's pretty easy to get someone like Donald Trump to like you. You just, glaze him a little bit. You flirt with him a little bit. Bro, Kim Jong-un did it. Like, what are we talking about? Like, think about that. Kim Jong-un was able to glaze Trump enough that Trump accidentally arrived at like a decent foreign policy for Korea. Think about that.